let's see. We can. I don't really need the alchemist to do anything. Trying to see if we can find a way to fit him into this board and have him actually be useful. I don't think he's really going to be doing anything regardless, so I don't think it really matters.
Class Bloons inbound. BFB inbound. That's one for the history.
This is really making me realize how much of a shift this game is from all the other games I'm playing. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is like, it's not meant to be like the hardest game in the world, but it's definitely got some difficulty to it. Astria is like getting progressively and progressively harder as I play it. It's ramping up from stream to stream. Terraria, I haven't even beat the first boss yet, and I've been playing it for 9 hours now. 9, 10, 11 hours. So that gives you an idea of how tedious and how long the beginning of that game is. And we haven't even scratched the surface of the content in that game. But this game is, you know, similarly big. We're over here just, you know, breezing past all the content for the most part. Because so much of it is just, I'll get XP and then unlock an upgrade and then get more XP. Of course, like I said, once we get to harder levels, it won't really be that way. But for right now, it's going to be that way for a little bit. It's nice to have a kind of a break, but, you know, I just don't really know what to do when I'm just sitting here staring at the screen, looking at the same thing for hours on end, you know? It's just making me think. At the same time, it's like I can't think, because there's so much noise and there's so much visuals on the screen at one time. So it's like, you know, what do I do? I can't really go mindless, because if I go mindless, then I get distracted. And I can't really get distracted, because I'll lose. And I'm on stream. It's not like I can just go and do a run, you know, on a treadmill or something. Not that I even have a treadmill, but if I had a treadmill in my room, it's not like I can just go on a run while I'm playing this, you know? Or like have this on in the background while I do something else. This is the show. I've got to sit here and watch it and watch my eyes go numb for hours and hours. Anyway, how is everyone doing? I'm noticing this series is starting to get more and more views on YouTube. So, you know, if you're watching this, let me know how you're doing. It'd be cool to hear some comments from you guys.
ZOMG inbound.
Alright, that's one down. Which one was that? Was that double HP mobs? Looks like we're just finishing up the primary tree here for the monkey knowledge. For now. Juggernaut does extra damage to mob class. Great. Now we just gotta work on military. Great. Oh yeah, that was double HP. Alright, let's do Impalpable. See what we can do. I would say I'm confident I can do this, but I'm not really. We only have one life, and things are even more expensive than they were. So I'm gonna have to really hold out with this engineer before I can get Churchill. And even then I've got to level up Churchill before he becomes really useful. We're still working on tier 4s, so what do we got? Still have Super Monkey, we've got Alchemist. Of course we still got to do Village. And... is that it? Just Village? You guys been watching Invincible? I think I've mentioned it at some point while I've been streaming, probably. But I'll say it again. I'm not really one to really watch much on streaming. I've watched a couple shows here and there, some movies, like some one-off movies that I miss in the theaters. And my family uses streaming a lot. My dad really likes watching new shows, and my mom watches reality TV pretty much all the time. And my sister uses Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. But I'm like the only one in the house that doesn't really use it that much. There's no real good reason for me not to use it. I know there's a lot of good shows coming out right now, and there's been a whole bunch of good shows that are out on streaming and movies and all that. But I just never really got into it. But right now, one thing that I have been watching is Invincible. I've been keeping up with it, and I just finished the show when they dropped the season 3 finale. And I've also been keeping up with Common Side Effects on Adult Swim.
Sun God fights on the side with the best artillery.
Ooh, clutch. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I've been watching Common Side Effects and Invincible. Common Side Effects being on... Common Side Effects is on Adult Swim or HBO, and Invincible's on Amazon. So I've been watching those. I watched Breaking Bad a couple years ago. I probably should watch it again. Can't remember every single detail that happened. But I need to watch Better Call Saul and El Camino. I just never really got around to it. So what have y'all been watching? I'm trying to remember some standouts from what my parents have been watching, but I can't remember exactly everything they're watching.
They are getting through.
Okay. I'm just gonna use a continue here.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna move Churchill towards the front where I wanted him originally.
But what next? Nice.
Alright, let's continue with our task here. Yeah, I'm trying to remember some shows by name. I know they watched The Dome. I watched a few episodes of that with them. I watched The Good Place. I did watch The Good Place. That is one that I did watch. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but I binged it all. I watched the whole series in like a couple weeks or something. I think they watched The Walking Dead a few years ago at some point. I never watched it with them. I don't know. I know they watch a lot of stuff. I just can't think about it right now.
Hey.
Alright, Churchill is about to unlock his camo detection. So I think we'll be safe after that, but it's a shame we had to spend that 200. I didn't really want to restart the first couple rounds of this game.
At your service.
We'll make it back by the end of the game anyways. We get like 300 or 400 as a reward, so it's not that big of a deal.
Moab class Bloons inbound. Awesome.
Yeah, I spend a lot of my time either doing this, and then when I'm done, I usually unwind by playing a game, like another game, that I'm not streaming. Right now I'm kind of maintaining a Minecraft world that I started a long time ago. The idea was to kind of expand on vanilla progression with mods in Java. So I've got a whole mod pack that I curated myself that was originally meant to kind of be like vanilla, but just add some ores here and there, and maybe like some new crafting recipes for food and new crops and stuff, things of that nature. And then for late game, I wanted to add new dimensions. So after I complete the progression of like ores and upgrading all my gear, I could go to new dimensions and fight new bosses. So I could just basically be playing vanilla, but with more hours. But soon after I made the world, I realized the mods I downloaded could do a lot more than what I was giving them credit for. And what I mean is, the mods I had kind of allowed me to start thinking of like build ideas that I normally wouldn't do in vanilla, and make new buildings and stuff like that, and storage ideas that I couldn't do in vanilla without, you know, learning meticulous redstone machinery and all that stuff, which I just don't understand. So I've started to kind of, I wouldn't call it a factory, it doesn't really work like a factory, but I've started to kind of build what is essentially a factory out of my garage in Minecraft. And for a while I've been working on that factory, and eventually I want to you know, do all that end game stuff with the dimensions and all that stuff. But before that, I'm going to build like huge buildings and download like huge schematics from random people and just build them in survival. Just because why not, you know? I'm trying to think of one that I have in mind in particular. I think it's like some kind of hotel or something that's supposed to just be like a big glass building that's like a two-sided, not a two-sided, but like a two, what am I thinking of? Not like two separate buildings, but they're like conjoined. So almost like an arch kind of thing with a gap in the middle. But it's a hotel, so you can actually go inside of it, and it's all like interior decorated and all this cool stuff, which people usually either do in like T-Edit or in creative. But I want to try to do it in survival, using like the machines and stuff that I've got for my mods. So that's like a huge kind of casual project that I do when I'm not doing stuff like streaming or, you know, like job hunting or, you know, important life stuff. So that's one way I killed my time. I just work on stuff like that. If I'm not doing that, I'm either uploading videos and kind of waiting for that to happen, or working on music. I think I said it last week, but at some point I do want to kind of show off something that I've been working on, just because I think it'd be fun. I won't do that today, but eventually I might do that.
One for the history. BSB inbound.
Last night I was just working on some stuff. It wasn't original music, but I was working on technique and working on learning a new song from a band that I like. I was writing down the fingerings for my guitar and whether or not I should be playing with like a downstroke or an upstroke, that kind of stuff, like annotating the sheet music. I was working on that for a few hours. I've got to sit down and actually like practice the music itself, but now I have a roadmap to follow, which is nice.
Moab class 1 for the history. That's 1 for the history. BFB inbound.
Alright, let me not get too sidetracked here. Just forgot. We need to get to around 100, so we probably need to upgrade this guy to, I was going to say that guy to level 5, but that's not even the tier 5 that I want. I need a tier 5 on the bottom path for the engineer. Of course, I'm still upgrading all this other stuff.
That's 1 for the history. That's 1 for the history books.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff kind of just scrambled on the screen right now. My eyes are kind of being violated, it feels like. But we can upgrade the villages, and then after that, I suppose we can upgrade you to Sun God, and then we'll upgrade you to bottom tier, tier 5. There's the villages.
ZOMG.
Alright, let me save up for this guy. This might be the first time I've shown off a true level 100 game. I think I've shown off the final balloon that shows up on round 100 and the ones before that, but I've not actually shown what it looks like to get to around 100. Well, you know, fun times.
That's 1 for the history.
Someone honking all down my street for some reason.
Moab class blue inbound. That's 1 for the history.
Now we just need to save up a few more $1,000.
Moab class
Anyways, what was I talking about?
BFB inbound.
Oh yeah, my free time. So yeah, I might show off that Minecraft world sometime too. Like I said, it was originally just supposed to be a kind of a hobby world that I wanted to extend my hours on, because you know, in vanilla has a tendency to kind of be kind of short if you've played a lot of Minecraft. It's a lot of the same thing. You just go out and get some coal, go out and get some iron, find a village, maybe make your house in the village, and go out and find some diamonds and go to the nether, get some netherite, you know, and you're pretty much done. But with the mods, of course, I have a lot more time to spend doing progression stuff and achievements. And now at this point, I've just got a whole project basically to build these huge builds and build a factory that lets me mass produce items and all that stuff. So I think I'll be playing that world for a long time. And even when I'm done doing all that stuff, I still have the other dimensions to explore and boss fights to do. So yeah, I think I've got plenty to do in that world.
That is how we do it. Fine. That hay. ZOMG inbound.
I think the last thing we can upgrade here is the super monkey down here. We'll go ahead and do that.
BFB inbound. ZOMG inbound.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get another super monkey down here just in case. You never know.
Moab class Bloons inbound for the history. Hell from above. That's one for the history. Fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you. We can upgrade you for sure. Got another level.
Hell from above. That's one for the history. That's one for the history. Moab class one inbound. History. DDT inbound. Hell from above.
Ah, there we go. Alright, so this is run 100. This is that last balloon I was talking about. It's called a BAD. It's a big purple one. And it's got a lot of health. And when it dies, it spawns DDTs and ZOMGs, which are the green ones and the black ones. So it's a big boy.
Try this.
Engineers got it, of course. He's just that good. Alright, and we get an insta monkey at the end of round 100. I think that was a tack shooter. I just kind of skimmed by it. But yeah, that's that. We got our money back, some more, and an achievement. Awesome. Alright. So that is what the harder difficulties look like. And of course, like I said, on harder maps, that kind of becomes a problem. So, you know, I'm kind of excited to get there. We can figure out how to beat each map. It's going to take me a while, but that's kind of the point.